What's going on, everybody? This is the TheGameHuntah channel with another episode of Star Wars Commander Empire. I'm finally got access to the Imperial Dropship transport. This ship, I've been trying to unlock this one for a couple of weeks. I just finally decided to go and get all the crates that I need. That was exactly the problem. But we got it, and in this episode we're gonna check a couple of replays. Why replays are not live attacks is because, well, this is a ship, so it takes around 20-21 minutes to construct. So it's gonna be a difficult. I don't wanna. It's gonna take me too long for me to record this video if I need to wait 20 minutes every time that I finish one attack. So we're gonna probably take a look to 3 or 4 replays. We're gonna try to see this Imperial Dropship transport in action in different situations, and you'll be the judge. So far, I love it. You guys ready? Let's go for the first one. Alright, let's go. Attack number 1. This is my first time using the ADT, so let's see what happens. Pedro taking care of business, Shock Trooper cleaning the path for the rest of the army. Alright, let's make an opening here. Yes, bring down the traps. That's the key, and once that you see the Shock Trooper moving to another direction, it's time for you to deploy the rest of the army. Some heavy cannons, some AT-AT veteran, and here we go. Let's get this party rolling, some Stormtroopers also. And I believe the next trap is close to the first shield generator, so I won't be able to bring that one down until the AT-AT veteran destroy the first shield generator, which is going to happen right now. First trap is down to the one that was inside the base, and the oppressor. Wow, we got an oppressor on defense in here, which is going to cause a lot of trouble. I got my oppressor, I got my Droideka Sentinel also joining the fan. Keep rolling. That's what they do around the map. Probably it's time to call reinforcements. And this is the cool part. When you see the IDT, look at that. Those transport coming down and bringing some special Stormtrooper units. They're not that many, okay? There's probably 2 or 3 because I just started upgrading the IDT. But they make a big difference on the battlefield. The reason is because you can deploy those guys in any part of the map. So what happens if by the time some of your vehicles start receiving damage, okay, probably it's a perfect time for you to deploy those ADT behind the enemy lines, so you can get close to those turrets and bring those turrets down. Super useful. Okay, the rest of the attack is just okay. Like I said, this is my first time using the IDT, and I was just experimenting. I really want to feel the rush of seeing those transport deploying in the middle of the battlefield, and you know what? Completely pay off. It completely pay off for me to spend that many credits upgrading the starship and have access to these beautiful new units, which is the new ship called the Transport, right? The Imperial Dropship Transport. That was the first attack. Not too bad. We got decent loot. Like I said, that was my first time using the IDT, and that's what I wanted to show you this attack. Let's go to the next one. Alright, let's go back to hot. This is another attack. This is headquarters level 9. We're gonna deploy some Stormtroopers in different locations of the map because it's wide open, okay? Let's try to get those extra percentage that we can use towards the first star victory, okay? The first trap is right here, right? Right here in the middle. You can see the Shock Trooper going in that direction. So it's safe for me to deploy the rest of the army. That is one of the things that you have to master in order to have some really successful attacks. AT-AT veteran leading the way. We're gonna deploy some more units from different angles. We got another AT-AT coming from the right side with a heavy cannon. In the left side, we got the AT-AT veteran coming with the oppressor. As we're getting close to the base, things are gonna get nasty. Definitely gonna get nasty. Some heavy Stormtroopers also cleaning the path. This is the moment of truth. As soon as we start reaching the core of the base is when I'm gonna use the IDT or the Imperial Dropship Transport. There you go. That's the first one. You see, now that we're engaging one of the rockets is engaging the Gamorrean soldier. It's the perfect time for me to deploy the IDT right here, so we can start attacking that rocket turret without any issues, right? The rest of the army is moving. We got the second IDT. More reinforcements and another IDT on the left side. That's gonna help me also to destroy the other turret in the left side. super useful. I mean, deploying units behind the enemy lines is critical. It's critical. And like I say, whenever you have those vehicles like the AT-AT or the heavy cannon receiving damage, probably it's a good idea to deploy the IDT behind the enemy lines and target those defensive buildings, especially mortars. If you deploy the IDT in front of the mortar is incapable to defend the base. That's why it's so useful. All right, but like I said, that's what I wanted to share, a couple of replays in different situations so we can see how the Imperial Dropship Transport is actually working in the game. Really good attack. We got some decent loot in this one. Yeah, I'm not complaining. And seeing the IDT deploying on the battlefield was priceless. Let's go to the next one. All right, let's go. This mortar is so useless. So useless. So I deploy a heavy in front of it. Now the shock trooper, and we already know where the first trap is, right? It's right there. I mean, you don't really need a shock trooper to know where the first trap is in this map. So that's really cool. We're gonna detonate the first one. Down. Shock trooper is gonna go down, but the AT-AT veteran is already moving towards the base. I'm gonna deploy a second shock trooper. I always keep two in my army, because if the first one goes down too fast, it's probably a good idea to have another one just in case, because cleaning those traps is crucial. Second AT-AT is on the battlefield. Some Gamorrean soldiers, which are working perfect for me. They have some decent hit points, and that is actually helping me to create that mid shield that I need for the rest of the army, right? The stormtrooper go down extremely fast. So IDT, there you go, deploying in the middle of the base, getting super close to the mortar, so the mortar is incapable to defend itself. Another IDT in this location, another IDT coming close to the mortar one more time. Let's see if we can create an opening. Yes, right now we don't have any AT-AT on the battlefield, so most of the people might think, well, game over, right? There is no way that you can get at least one star in this one. Well, look at this ADT, look at these stormtroopers. All these soldiers that came from the IDT are doing a decent job. We were able to destroy a couple of buildings in there. We already have 1 star, and I believe they're stronger than the regular stormtroopers. So that's a plus. That's a plus. All right, things are looking much better. We finally got 1 star. We got most of the loot, which is what we're looking for. And look at this, the Gamorrean soldiers are still alive. They're still alive and rocking. So I strongly recommend you to spend a little bit of contraband in those units. Personally, I love them. I love those little piggies. Oppressor taking care of business. Heavy cannon. I think that will do it. This last Gamorrean soldier went down. Victor Saw. Oh, we almost got 2 star. But you know what? No complaints, because most like a 50% of the battle was without the AT-AT, so it was quite tough. 85%, not too bad, and decent loot. Let's go for the last battle of this episode. All right, let's go. Last attack of this episode. Base with a lot of resources in every single corner of the map, so we're gonna deploy stormtroopers everywhere. This is a really weak spot in this base design. I can easily deploy some stormtroopers in here and destroy these buildings without engaging any defensive building. First, shock trooper on the battlefield. We already know where the first trap is, so AT-AT veteran is here, heavy cannon, and probably the second AT-AT. Usually I deploy AT-ATs in different angles, but in this attack I just want to go for this area, and like I said, my main concern is to use the IDTs, not the AT-AT itself, so doesn't matter. Alright, so we're moving forward. Things are looking okay. We are going to destroy the first turrets in front. Things are going to get a little bit nasty after destroying this shield generator. The reason is because I can see those AT-AT targeting this one and completely ignoring the defensive buildings in this area, this cluster. So, what can we do? Yeah, you see the AT-ATs are going in that direction. They're not even shooting. IDT is the answer. We're gonna deploy this guy and trying to support the Gamorrean soldiers. Gamorrean warriors are right there taking care of business, and my IDT troops, my stormtroopers, are taking care of those defensive buildings. That was actually crucial. Otherwise, this attack could be easily end in a big epic failure. So far, we're doing okay. You see, we still have some stormtroopers that came from the ADT taking care of business. You can see the shoulder in black, right? That's the way that you can identify those units. Gamorrean soldier still alive, so completely worth it to have this dude, right? Nice. Base is going down. Oppressor, droid deca sentinel, everybody is joining this corner. There's a little droid in there, medic droid. What about we destroy that one? It would be cool. Come on, guys. Somebody target that droid, no? Seriously. AT-AT, Let's keep moving forward. A couple seconds left. We got a lot of loot in this attack. I'm really not complaining. But again, I was just trying to show you how important, how effective it was to use the ADT, this transport in the middle of the enemy base. Otherwise, like I said, those two AT-AT, the veteran and the regular, will go down in 2 seconds, but because we used the transport in the middle of the base, we were able to destroy those turrets. That was amazing. I know there's a lot of changes in Star Wars Commander, so I'm gonna make another video to talk about the other new features of the game, right? This is the Game Hunter, and I will see you in the next episode, Star Wars Commander. Take care, everybody.